Shai, Bashem Waha Kwadash, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Call Halayim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Waha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, who taught me this truth. Um, Shalom to the Akim and the Aquath that's listening to those men that the Lord has set up on earth today. This is your brother Wabramya out of Tennessee with another video. Just ran across this article. Marine monsters, terrifying creatures captured thanks to Google Maps. And it's basically just another, pretty much another prophecy being fulfilled right before our eyes in these end times. It says, I'm going to read a little bit of the article. It says, humanity is unaware of most of the areas that make up the seas and oceans. So it is to be accepted that thousands will emerge in legend about the living beings that inhabit the deep sea. It says, in previous articles, we had already told you some stories related to creepy animals that plow the bottom of the waters. Google Maps has shown us that it is a very Google Maps has shown us that it is a very useful tool when knowing about it. So thousands of users have been able to visit their favorite places without spending a single peso. This application has also served several times to demonstrate the existence of ghosts and mysterious figures that hunt all over the world. This time, Google Maps captured sinister images of mythological creatures in various seas. The sea snake. The location from Oki Bay in New Zealand claim that there is a huge sea serpent in the area. Archaeologists and natural historians have claimed that this reptile is extinct, although it lived millions of years ago in the time of the dinosaurs, which we know the Earth is not millions of years ago. But they caught that. Look at it. I mean, I don't know if you can see it that good, but they seen this from space, man. It goes into Leviathan, man. It says the Kraken. In a previous article, we had already told you about this amazing legend that it is squid of monstrous dimensions that eat complete boats. That probably what took down the Titanic. But the application captured the animal on an island near Alaska with icy waters in Leviathan. It is a biblical marine beast of which little is known, but was recently found by Google Maps. And there's some of the beaches in England. Its figure resembles that of a white shark, but its enormous size indicates that it is not of this species. The Bible tells that the predator existed at the beginning of time, facing other gigantic creatures. So they started to see these animals, man. This is a giant jellyfish. It is said that this creature lives in the depths of the Pacific Ocean, and sighting near an island in China reaffirmed this theory because you get to appreciate the pink spot with tentacles. What do you think of all these marine legends? Do you think do you think there is any of these creatures? Why have not they been seen? Will they inhabit a kind of Atlantis at the bottom of the sea. So basically this goes into those creatures, the Lord's pets, like Behemoth, Leviathan. We are truly living in the last days, man. The Lord is revealing everything to us. Let me get a couple scriptures just to go into that Leviathan. Let's start first scripture. Let's start with Job. Man, that's a beautiful thing, man. The Lord is revealing everything to us, man. Everything. So knowledge has been increased, as it says in Daniel. Job 41 verse 1, it says, "Canst thou draw out Leviathan with an hook, or his tongue with a cord, which thou lettest down? Canst thou put an hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a thorn? Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee?" And this basically is going in with Esau do these things to Leviathan. Now we see him. "Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever? Wilt thou play with him as with a bird? Or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? Shall the companies make a banquet of him? Will they eat him?" Which, Esau eat anything. The heathens will as well. Verse 6 again, it says, Shall the companies and banquet of him? Shall they pick him among the merchandise? Shall they part him among the merchandise? Canst thou fill his skin with barber irons? Would basically make something out of him. Or his head with fish spears, fish spears. Where you basically what they do to alligators, where you stab them over the head, where you stab them in the head. Lay thy hand upon him. Verse 8. Lay thy hand upon him. Remember the battle. Do no more. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down, even at the sight of him? So you're gonna be man. When the Lord released these animals, man, you're gonna be terrified, man. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down, even at the sight of him? None is so furious that dare stir him up. Who, when he is able to stand before him? Who hath prevented me that I should repay him? Whosoever is under the whole heaven is mine. So all these creatures and animals are the Lord's, man. And the Lord is going to make them, He's going to release them. And drop down to verse 26. It says, "The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold. The spear, the dart, nor the habergeon." I ain't pronounced that right. Habergeon. Verse 27, he says, "He steameth the iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. The arrow cannot make him flee." So there's no weapon that's gonna be able to do anything to Leviathan, man. No bomb, no sword, no gun, no nothing gonna be able to stop Leviathan. This is the Lord pet. It says, verse 28, it says, "The arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones are turned with him into stubble. Darts are counted as stubble. He laugheth at the shaking of the spirit." May the Lord, it's crazy, man. Sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp-pointed things upon the mire. He maketh the deep to boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of anointment. So basically, he's able to. He's fast too, man. He's gonna be able to get away from anything Esau try to do to him, man. And I don't think they're gonna want to deal with him when the Lord let him loose. He maketh a path to shine after him. One would think the deep is to be a hoary. Upon earth there is not his like. Nothing is like him on earth, man. Nothing is like him. Verse 33, he says, upon earth there is none like him, who is made without fear. He beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride. So the Lord gonna let loose, man, and let him loose. And he's gonna put a lot of destruction on these heathen when Esau eat them. I'm gonna get Psalms 74. And that's real, man. So that goes to show you that the Lord, everything in the Bible is real, without a shadow of a doubt. Every word is said in this is 100% truth. This is the Lord's words, and nobody went in a book and changed nothing. So if so, why they didn't change Leviathan? Psalms 74 verse 11. It says, Why withdrawest thou thy hand, even thy right hand? Pluck it out of thy bosom. So he's basically Hawashai. For power is my king of old, working salvation in the midst of the earth. So the Lord making working salvation in the midst of the earth. Thou didst divide the sea by thy strength. Thou breakest the heads of the dragons of the waters. Thou breakest the heads of Leviathan in pieces, and gavest him to be meat to the people inhabited in the wilderness. Thou didst cleave to the foundations, and the flood, thou driedest up the mighty rivers. So the Lord controls everything. When he let loose, he's the only one going to be able to stop Leviathan. He's the only power that's going to be able to do it. Nobody else. So when the Lord let Leviathan out, he's not going to be able to stop him. No weapon, no gun, no missile, no fish hook, no spirit, no nothing. He gonna laugh at that, man. Man, the Lord is not playing, man. Psalms 104, and I'm gonna start at verse 21. It says, the young lions roar after their prey, and seek their meat from power. The sun ariseth, they gather themselves together, and lay them down in their dens. Man goeth forth unto his work, and to his labor until the evening. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, how manifold are thy works. In wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. So the Lord controls everything. He created everything. He gave, when the lions want to eat, the Lord provides. When we need money and when we need to eat, the Lord provides. So basically just saying that he controls everything, Shalaki. He controls everything, man. Verse 25, it says, so is this great and wide sea, wherein are things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. So the Lord there's no telling what the Lord got under the earth, man, in the sea. There's no telling. It's innumerable. It can't be counted. It's things we ain't never seen. Scientists can't find. They ain't never heard them. They ain't seen them. They can't describe them. They can't name them. So the Lord telling you, it's so much stuff we ain't even seen it yet. Verse 26, it says, there go the ships. There is that the Leviathan whom thou hast made to play therein. So the Lord made the Leviathan to play in the sea. So when the Lord really lets Leviathan loose, nobody's gonna be able to control him, man. So the Lord put Leviathan in the sea, nobody else. Last scripture is Isaiah 27, start at verse 1. It says, in the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, with his sore and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan that crooked serpent. Let me read that again. It says, in the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan that creepeth, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. And that's talking about Esau. That same serpent that was in Genesis. This is the serpent he's talking about in that scripture. Isaiah is explaining. He explained both of them. Verse 2, it says, in that day sang ye unto her a vineyard of red wine. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, do it. Do keep it. I will water it every moment, lest any hurt it. I will keep it night and day. So I'm in it there, man. That's just a quick little hit. I wanted to bring out that article I found about Leviathan, man. Man, we are almost there, man. We at the end. Shalom.